pastoring a church was something I wanted to do. So that experience I referred to earlier in our conversation off camera,
Mm-hmm.
when I had that very, very dramatic and profound experience with God.
Yeah.
Being raised by my grandfather, who was my pastor all my life,
Mm-hmm.
and a praying grandmother. My grandmother, if she prayed for you, you better just give up and give your life to Jesus, because she ain't gonna quit. And so, uh, I just felt like I wanted to be like my grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to pastor a church. And that's kind of what, then within matters of weeks, I was in Bible college, and I went through Salt Lake City, Utah for a short, about not even a year there. I went in the Job Corps, actually, is what ended up happening. I didn't know really what to do. I lost eligibility for football, so that was just out of the question.
Right.
And going to college was like really foreign to me.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, you joined the Army, you got married, and then when you got done with the Army, you come back and work for Armco Steel. That was your life.
Yeah.
My grandfather lived that way. My dad, he worked for Armco Steel, and so anyway, that wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And so I went in the Job Corps, and that helped me. That was actually a stability in my life that then enabled me then to go off to Bible college after I finished. And that's how I ended up in Southern California. But so God just he just took me and went, whoop. I felt like he just pulled me out of that mess, and he transplanted me and gave me a healthier place to begin to mature in my life and to understand my faith better and walk with God a little closer. And so, that was a pivotal point, I think. It was my Abraham journey, really. That's what I sometimes refer to it.
Okay.
Just in a foreign place, people I didn't know, I'm all by myself. There were some struggles, hard times. I remember my first week in Job Corps, I called Dad and said, I want to come home. He said, no, son, you made a good decision. Stick it out. You're going to be just fine. You'll make it. I remember just thinking I made a big mistake. So my dad was a farm man, a hard man, but he was a great dad. He never missed practices. He'd come to my sporting events, and he worked hard. And so he was a really good dad, but he was firm. He was a military man.
Yeah.
So when he said jump, you just asked how high.
Right.
That kind of
Totally.
So,
Totally.
But I being here in Amarillo has been a blessing for sure. And I love this community, and I want to serve it well.
Absolutely. I know you will. When is so you're in the runoff now, right?
Yeah. So the primary vote, there was 3 of us running. And so now there's 2. In order to win the primary, you had to have 51% of the vote. And so 2 of us, we were in the 40s. And so we're in a runoff vote. And so I really wanted to make a plea here, if I may, because the runoff vote is, the primary, unfortunately, the primary vote is a really low turnout. There's 16,000 voters in Precinct 1, and we had 2,400 voters. And 345 didn't even vote for the JP spot. They just skipped it. They're called overvotes.
Okay.
And when you skip over. Right.
Yeah.
So they came probably, for the propositions that we had. And then, of course, we had the big Senate races and stuff. And so they voted for those probably, but they just skipped over the JP. So we had 345 of those 24 didn't even vote for us.
Right.
So the JP was voted just under 2,100 votes. And now the runoff, they statistically say about 10% or less that turned out for the primary, which was right around 2,400, including the overvotes. So you're going to figure probably less than 200.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of the statistics on how it works out.
So we need you guys to get out and vote in this runoff.
Yeah.
Of course, we have a bigger pool because there's the big Senate race. So Cornyn and Patrick they're in a runoff. And so they're anticipating more voters because of that, but then people overvote. So they'll skip the JP spot. They'll just come and vote for the Senate. So we need you all to vote for the JP. Go out and you can go to trusttackett.com and you can learn about my history and why I feel like I'm the best candidate for this position. But yes, would you please vote for the JP spot? And I'd ask that you put a check by Brian Tackett.